This is perhaps one of the weirdest stories I've ever reported on, and it keeps kind of getting its own legs. I don't know if you saw this, but there was a woman on America Airlines who believed that the passenger sitting next to her was in fact not real, a reptilian or something of that nature, and had a complete meltdown on the plane. Then a few days later, another video surfaced of another passenger having a similar meltdown about the passenger next to them. And this person literally tried to get off the plane while it was still in the air. Now, rumors are swirling around Twitter that this individual woman has gone missing, and the actual person who is supposedly the person that upset this woman is speaking out. The whole thing is so crazy to me that I just had to cover it. And we're going to get into all that after a super quick word from this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Private Internet Access. Look, it's 2023. If you don't have a VPN, you're missing out on a ton of benefits. Not just a more secure connection, but if you're paying for Netflix, Disney Plus, or any other streaming service, you're already getting locked out of a ton of additional content that you could be enjoying if you used a VPN. And since they've been sponsoring the channel so long, they've rolled out a massive discount for my viewers. That's right, 84% off plus 4 months free. It's $2.03 a month, 4 months free, 84% off. Private Internet Access also offers privacy on all your devices, lightning fast global server network. And look, outside of all the additional content you're going to be able to view out there using Private Internet Access, it also has a strict no logs policy. It's open source. It has state-of-the-art updates. It's instant to set up. You can put it on all of your devices, your tablet, your computer, your mobile phones. It has unlimited bandwidth and so much more. If you don't have a VPN yet, make today the day. Use my link in the description to get Private Internet Access, start being more secure, and unlock loads more content. So I want to start with first the incident, right? The woman incident. The man in this video says he is the guy who made the woman on the plane have a meltdown.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that back there is not real.
All right, so
He's not real. Now you're looking at this individual, you can see they have very tattooed. Perhaps that had something to do with it. I'm not totally sure, but this is this individual speaking out now.
internet has heard the story of the woman on the plane with the reptilians. But thanks to her delaying the flight, I just got home, so now it's my opportunity to tell my side of the story as the guy in the hoodie. So we're attempting to fly out of Dallas, Fort Worth, and then basically this woman, she sits next to me and she's clearly been drinking. I'm minding my own business, and sure enough, she sees my hoodie that has this Freemason logo on it. And on top of that, she noticed my ring, so she started to ask questions. Nothing dramatic, just asked me, do I know what these symbols mean? Why am I wearing it? What's the purpose? Yada, yada, yada. And long story short, I basically just say, hey, I'm a Freemason. I even briefly explained how I educate about Freemasonry here on TikTok. Next thing I know, she basically starts to grill me about low-level Freemason and that it's all Satanism and that it's ruled by reptilians and blah, blah, blah. So I simply put my hood up and I started to ignore her and basically just mind my own business.
Good move. By the way, I generally, as a somebody who doesn't love travel, when I sit down on the plane, I put my hood up, I put my headphones on, and I'm out. Like, if that discourages anyone who might be sitting next to me, who might want to have a conversation. The flight attendants don't bother me, and I just get to my destination. I can't imagine what it would be like. I remember one time I was flying back, and I had like this chatty Cathy next to me who had had some whiskey, and he was just chatting my ear off, and he was really starting to annoy me. And because like every time I would put my headphones back on, he'd be like, hey, whoa, what about these? He would say something stupid like, oh, Teslas, huh? Yeah, those things are always blowing up everywhere, huh? And like I was just trying to ignore him, and then I remember the flight attendant could see I was very annoyed, and she was like, hey, leave him alone. So shout out to that flight attendant, by the way.
She starts getting louder and louder, and then basically she's like, you know that they worship Lucifer at the top, right? So I looked at her dead in her eyes and I said, I am Lucifer. I heard one
I mean, I would agree. That's how you handle a wild, crazy Karen lady.
individual laugh behind me, so I figured somebody got a kick out of it at least. She starts running up and down the aisles, freaking out, saying I'm a reptilian, and then all this other stuff. She's gonna get off the plane, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't show all the footage. It just says that she's trying to get off the plane because of, you know, I'm not gonna say it here on TikTok. I don't want to get banned. But then also talking about how, like, I'm secretly also trying to take over the world. So I looked back at the guy that was basically chuckling before, and I winked at him. So I basically whispered something under my breath saying that, Freemasons don't care to rule the world. We rule the universe. And I looked back at the guy that was laughing before and just kind of winked at him because he started laughing again. Well, I didn't think that she could hear me, but evidently she did, and it actually escalated it even further, and then they delayed the flight, and so on and so forth. So moral of the story, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. And Freemasons don't care to rule the world when we rule the universe.
Like, okay, but then things get even weirder. So a British man was allegedly disturbed so badly by the passenger sitting next to him on the plane that he tried to open the door of the plane.
Your time!
Look at everyone filming, man.
For him!
Mate, just get out.
Hey, mate, just everyone is, come on, please! Go! Marco Antonio Barrera, it's your time!
Look at everyone filming, man.
What's
wrong?
By the way, two base Chads there. That one drawback of, you know, having your headphones on is I probably wouldn't even have heard any of this going on. But this guy was like trying to head for the door while they're in flight.
Yo! Yo, 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 yo! Yo!
Great commentary. Yo!
Get him out! What the fuck is happening?
So I don't know, you know, this is again circulating now. I don't know if that was, you know, the same time, but I mean, what a bizarre, weird, you know, situation. You know, like I don't understand it. I don't I don't understand why all of a sudden now this is some sort of weird thing. And then even Carrot Top was on there. Carrot Top says he was on the same American Airlines plane as a woman who caused the flight delay. Some woman lost her marbles, the comedian said, whose real name is Scott Thompson, said one of the 3 Instagram videos he posted about the now viral incident, explaining that he and other passengers had been forced to deplane the Dallas to Orlando flight before it had taken off. Thompson said the unidentified woman was screaming at the top of her lungs, "You guys are doomed, get me off this plane, we're blah, blah, blah." He added that passengers had to wait at the gate until officials swept the plane to see if there was anything. "I was going to see the fireworks in Orlando just in time, but now this effing lunatic lady lost her mind, so we're going nowhere." He added the caption, "Oh my God, I've seen this stuff on TV, but never experienced it. We're all now screwed because this lady lost her marbles. Stay tuned." In the video, the comedian showed a clip of the woman's viral tirade in which she yelled all sorts of stuff. Look, I mean, I know there are lots of memes about this, and this is probably this woman's worst moment. But who knows? You know, like there would be people in my comment section that are probably like, she's based, you know, and I don't know. You know, I don't know if that's true or not. But there certainly seems to be a increase in people having meltdowns on planes and wanting to get off. Really odd. What do you think's going on? Is if this woman's really missing too, like that does make things a little spicier, at least for me. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.